ಕನಸಿನ ಬೀಜಗಳನ್ನು ಬಿತ್ತಿ ಬೆಳಕಿನ ಬೆಳೆ ಬೆಳೆಯಲು ನೆಲೆ ಒದಗಿಸಿಕೊಟ್ಟ ಈ ನೆಲಕ್ಕೆ, ಬೇರುಗಳನ್ನು ಗಟ್ಟಿ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿರುವ ಇಲ್ಲಿನ ಜಲಕ್ಕೆ, ಹೆತ್ತವ್ವನಷ್ಟೇ ಆಪ್ಯಾಯಮಾನವಾಗಿ ಕೈ ಹಿಡಿದು ಸಲಹುತ್ತಿರುವ ಮೈಸೂರೆಂಬ ಮಹಾನಗರದ ಸಮಸ್ತ ಜನತೆಯ ಪದತಲಗಳಿಗೆ ಈ ಕಥಾಚಿತ್ತಾರ ಅರ್ಪಿತ, ಸಮರ್ಪಿತ.
When the sun rises in the east, the newly born dawn touches the top of the hills of goddess Chamundi. He showers the entire hillock and the beautiful historic city with his golden rays. As he bows down in front of her, he unleashes a new life into the flora and fauna. The whole surrounding shimmers with reflected glory. The epicenter of culture, the home of polymaths, and the land of Rajas and Maharajas, and the world-famous garden city, Mysore. Hearty welcome to the magnificent ancient province of Mysore. Now you are at the divine feet of Goddess Sri Chamundi. This is the magnificent temple of tutelary deity of the Mysore Maharajas. Regular worship is offered to Sri Chamundeshwari. Blessed are the Mysore city dwellers. Beautiful Chamundi Hill is a landmark location with several importances. This is not merely a hill with a common temple, but there is a small township atop the hill with significant population and temples. There is a sacred lotus feet of Chamundeshwari at the starting point of a flight of 1000 steps. There is a small shrine nearby. One will find an idol of a deity inside the shrine. There is a palace and a lake atop the hill. En route to the top and halfway through the flight of steps, there is a huge monolith Nandi statue, or the bull mount of Shiva. It was sculptured during the reign of Dodda Devaraja Wadeyar. The right forelimb of the bull statue is slightly stretched forward and the left forelimb is folded to some degree. The Nandi statue is decorated with beautifully carved Rudraksha pendant and a string of bells. One can take a beautiful overview of Mysore from atop too. Fragrance of jasmine, prestigious Mysore turban, juicy betel leaf, aromatic sandalwood, delicious Mysore pak. Mysore silk with its unique sheen and regal look, tasty Veeranagere brinjal, Nanjangudu rasabale, traditional tongas are some of the unique characteristics of Mysore city.
ಶ್ರೀಮತ್ಸಮಸ್ತ ಭೂಮಂಡಲ ಮಂಡನಾಯಮಾನ ನಿಖಿಲ ದೇಶಾವತಂಸ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಜನಪದ ಸಂಪದಧಿಷ್ಠಾನ ಭೂತ ಶ್ರೀಮನ್ ಮಹೀಶೂರ ಮಹಾಸಂಸ್ಥಾನ ಮಧ್ಯ ದೇದೀಪ್ಯಮಾನ ನಿಖಿಲ ಕಲಾನಿಧಿ ಕುಲಕ್ರಮಾಗತ ರಾಜಕ್ಷಿತಿಪಾಲ ಪ್ರಮುಖ ನಿಖಿಲ ರಾಜಾಧಿರಾಜ ಮಹಾರಾಜ ಚಕ್ರವರ್ತಿ ಮಂಡಲಾನುಭೂತ ಶ್ರೀಮದ್ ರಾಜಾಧಿರಾಜ ರಾಜ ಪರಮೇಶ್ವರ ಪ್ರೌಢ ಪ್ರತಾಪ ಅಪ್ರತಿಮ ವೀರ ನರಪತಿ ಬಿರುದಂತೆಂಬರಗಂಡ ಲೋಕೈಕ ವೀರ ಯದುಕುಲ ಪಯಃ ಪಾರಾವಾರ ಕಲಾನಿಧಿ ಶಂಖ ಚಕ್ರಾಂಕುಶ ಕುಟಾರ ಮಕರ ಮತ್ಸ್ಯ ಶರಭ ಸಾಳ್ವ ಗಂಡ ಬೇರುಂಡ ಧರಣೀವರಾಹ ಹನುಮದ್ಗರುಡ ಕಂಠೀರವಾದ್ಯ ಅನೇಕ ಬಿರುದಾಂಕಿತರಾದ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ದಿವ್ಯ ರತ್ನ ಸಿಂಹಾಸನಾರೂಢ ಪರಾಕ್ ಪರಾಕ್ ಬಹುಪರ.
Amidst of all these marvels, it is but the Mysore Palace that attracts our attention mostly. The palace structure, a brainchild of the famous architect Henry Irwin, was constructed between 1897 and 1912. The palace now is on the threshold of its centenary. This enchanting, magnificent mansion is a complete artistic expression of Indo-Saracenic style. It is no surprise that the palace was built at a cost of rupees 42 lakhs, a whopping sum then. The beauty of this palace cannot be explained in a few words, for the artistic feature is manifested in each and every corner of this majestic palace. Gombe Totti, Doll's Pavilion. Silver chairs with the royal symbol Ganda Bhairunda. A crystal basement from Belgium. Silver-coated main door with gods and demigods images. Ivory door with the description of Lord Shri Krishna's childhood. An armory with historical importance are some of the major attractions. The Kalyana Mantapa or marriage pavilion has a central octagonal gabled roof that is covered with stained glass. The golden tinted pillar, the beautifully illuminated chandeliers, The Hindu mythological and historical depictures undoubtedly attract one's attention. The Amba Vilasa or Divane Khas is the hall used by the emperor for private audience. Delicately carved expansions, decorated dooms, doors, windows, arches, railings, and several more attractions have enhanced the beauty of the palace of rich art. It is also an exemplary of delicate craftsmanship and variety. The palace was not only a semblance for kingship, but was also for the welfare of the common folk and a culmination point of dharma, charity. Before taking on to the story of this majestic palace, let us take a look at the old palace. Here, you are looking at the miniature of the old wooden palace. This palace was reduced into ashes in a fire mishap occurred during the marriage ceremony of Princess Jailakshamanni and Sardar Kantaraje Ars on the 28th of February 1897. Later, another palace with much grandeur and pomp was built. There were several lanes or streets, keri, in and outside the fort. In 1898, due to the epidemic of plague, the City Improvement Trust Board decided to keep only temples and royal palace inside the fort, and while all other streets were evacuated to maintain hygiene and sanitation in the city, thus extending the common populace a better infrastructure. The royal palace stands as a metaphor for beauty, magnificence, majesty, and colors. The palace is not only known for its grandiousness and beauty, but also is an exemplary for the austere of the warriors, which is very much evident in the temples constructed in the fort premises. The temples of Shri Kodi Bhairaveshwara, Someshwara, Shri Lakshmi Ramana Swami, Shri Shweta Varaha Swami, Shri Trinayaneshwara Swami, Shri Gayatri, Shri Bhuvaneshwari, Shri Alamelamma, Shri Prasanna Krishna Swami, Shri Khille Venkataramana Swami, Shri Jwalamukhi Tripura Sundaramani temples are some important ones to name.
Shri Gauri Karunalahari Toya Jakshi Shankarishwari Kayo Shri Gauri Karunalahari Toya Jakshi Shankarishwari Vaimanika Bhamarchita Komalakara-pade Vaimanika Bhamarchita Komalakara-pade Shriman Vidabhumas मदाम्बो निधि कुम्भज निभदेवी शुम्भादि मदाम्बो निधि कुम्भज निभदेवी जम्बाहित सम्भाविते शाम्भवी सुभवी जम्बाहित सम्भाविते शाम्भवी सुभवी श्री जय चामुण्डिगे श्री जय चामेन्द्र श्री जय चामुण्डिके श्री जय चामेन्द्र नामाङ्कित भूमीन्द्र ललामन मुददे नामाङ्कित भूमीन्द्र ललामन मुददे कायौ श्री गौरी करुणालहरी तोयजाक्षी शङ्करीश्वरी तोयजाक्षी शङ्करीश्वरी तोयजाक्षी शङ्करीश्वरी.
The hymn you listened just a minute ago was the provincial song of the then Royal Mysore. It was being sung in the then Royal Court, educational institutions and before the commencement of important public meetings in the Mysore province. Mysore, an epitome of culture, not a city with structures and buildings, but has a picturesque and rich cultural history as well. In other words, Mysore is the window to the world of culture. The Wadeyar's patterns of art and culture have contributed richly to its cultural growth, which helped Mysore earn the sobriquet Cultural Capital of Karnataka. Mysore is the headquarters of Mysore district. Mysore division lies about 139 kilometers southwest region of Bangalore, the capital city of Karnataka. The city, which spreads across about 28.42 kilometers and located at 763 meters above sea level, having better connectivity, is under the administration of Municipal Corporation since 1977. However, the Chamundi Hills is situated in the southeastern part of Mysore city. The population of the city shot up to 12 lakhs, which was only about some thousands in the tenure of the Wadeyars. Old Mysore included only a few areas such as Agrahara, Kannegaudana Koppalu, Paduvarahalli and Ontikoppalu. Now the city has expanded enormously. Distant areas like Keragalli, Kurgalli have become a part of the city. Meanwhile, making of new extensions are on the rise, with the people from farther areas migrating to the city for its serene beauty. In a way, to accommodate more people, Mysore city is inexplicably flexible enough to tune itself to the changing times. This is the glory and greatness of the city of palaces. Apart from the great royal palace, Jayalakshmi Vilasa Palace at Manasa Gangotri is one among them, which is now being converted into a folklore museum. Lalita Mahal Palace has turned out to be a star hotel at the feet of Chamundi Hills. While Rajendra Vilasa atop the Chamundi Hills, Chaluvamba Vilasa Palace, now the CFTRI, Karanji Palace at Nazarbad, now the branch office of the Postal Department, Chamundi Vihar Palace, the palace of Kantirava Narasa Raja Wadeyar, the father of Jayachamaraja Wadeyar, Lokaranjan Mahal, a summer palace, Vasant Mahal, where the education department is working, Chittaranjana Mahal, known as Premier Studio, Resident Bhavan, known as Aloka in Ilwala, are some of the palaces converted into either government offices or hotels. Despite being the fact that these palaces have been converted and are being used for the purpose of public utility, it is evident that they are still representing the glorious history. From time immemorial, Mysore city has made its stupendous impression in the great Indian tradition. The buildings, temples and shrines, lakes, gardens and the markets would speak the glory of the city in volumes. With the earnest interest of the Maharajas, there has been a great encouragement in the progress of art, literature, music and sculpture of the region. The land also gave birth to poets and writers who carved a niche in the world of literature. This is the land for the good old writers like Durvenita, Bhaskara, Sarakshara Kavi and Singararya, to notable modern Kannada literates like Rashtrakavi Kuvempu and Devanura Mahadeva. There are reputed singers, artists, dancers, wrestlers, playwrights and sculptors in the city. Some of the legendary musicians are Veene Sheshanna, Pitilu Chaudaya, Vasudevacharya, Bidaram Krishnappa, K. Venkatalakshmamma and Doreswami Iyengar. It is no surprise that the Maharaja Jayachamaraja Wadeyar himself has composed hundreds of songs. The list of such stalwarts is never-ending. As a matter of fact, history of Mysore can be traced in the ancient epic of Mahabharata. In the scriptures of Buddhism, Mahavansha and Deepavansha, Buddhist monk Mahadeva describes the Maurya Emperor Ashoka had sent a monk to Mahishamandala to spread Buddhism. Mahishamandala later came to be known as Mysuru. Not only this, there is another evidence of copper plate inscription of the 862 AD found in Kadaluru of Mandya Taluk, which also indicates the name Mysuru. Mysore's maiden name was Mahishuru. which is associated with a mythological story. Mahishuru was ruled by the demon king Mahishasura, a buffalo-headed monster. To save the gods and goddesses from the demon, Devi Durga took the incarnation as Chamundi. Hence, the city was named Mahishuru. After killing the demon, goddess Chamundi resided atop the hill. Thousands of devotees worship her with great reverence and devotion even today for the same. However, Mysore, in the real sense a land of fragrant sandalwood, flourished under the influence of golden era of great Vijayanagara kingdom.
The royal throne, made up of pure gold and embedded with various precious stones, is a major attraction in the palace. It is claimed that the ancestry of the throne can be traced to the Pandavas, which is said to be weighing around 1,200 kg. Shri Jaya Chamarajendra Zoological Garden, paintings of Raja Ravi Varma, Rorik, K. Venkatappa, Subbu Krishna exhibited at the Jagan Mohana Art Gallery, Saint Philomena's Church, Azam Masjid, Kukkarahalli Lake, Karanji Lake, service-oriented mutts, religious centers like Suttur Mutt, Bailukuppe, Harangi Dam, nature resort at Kushalnagar, Irpu Waterfalls, T. Narsipura, the confluence of three rivers, Biligiri Rangana Betta, BR Hills, Male Mahadeshwara Betta, MM Hills, Shivana Samudra, the first hydroelectric plant in the South Asia, are some of the tourist spots in and around Mysore. Mysore has got a splendid history of thousands of years. The Maharajas ruled the province for nearly about 609 years. Yaduraya and his brother Krishnaraya, the founders of the Mysore Wadayar dynasty, travelled from Sri Krishna's birthplace, Mathura, and the brothers built the city in 1399 AD. The relationship between Old Mysore and Kodi Bhairaveshwara temple is unique. Apart, the story behind this relationship draws attention of many.
The story goes, Yaduraya and his brother Krishnaraya travelled from Dwaraka to Teluva Narayana Swami temple at Melukote. While in rest, they dream that they have established a new kingdom and will be marrying the princess. Next day, the brothers visit Mahabaleshwara temple in Mahishuru. In the dream, a divine voice directs them to visit Kodi Bhairaveshwara temple where they'll meet a saint. Next morning, they arrive at the Kodi Bhairaveshwara temple, while the saint appears and tells them to protect the Rajamata or Queen Mother and Princess Devajamani as the king of Hadinadu is dead. He also informs about Maranayaka, who was pestering Devajamani to marry him. The brothers then send a message to Maranayaka that Devajamani had agreed to marry him. The wedding procession in all jubilation proceeded from Karagalli to Hadinadu. Yaduraya and Krishnaraya, guised as ordinary people, managed to join the wedding procession. Yaduraya stealthily reached the tent where Maranayaka camped and killed him. He then directed his brother Krishnaraya to lay siege to Karagalli and capture it. Thus, Hadinadu's rulers and subjects heaved a sigh of relief. The queen, grateful to Yaduraya, gave her daughter's hand in marriage to him. He was crowned as the ruler of Hadinadu, after which a new empire was established in this region. Yaduraya became the founder of Mysore Wadeyar dynasty. Then on, 25 successors ruled the province. Among them are Hiriya Bettada Chamaraja Wadeyar, Timmaraja Wadeyar, Bettada Chamaraja Wadeyar III, Timmaraja Wadeyar II, Bola Chamaraja Wadeyar, Bettada Chamaraja Wadeyar IV, Raja Wadeyar, Chamaraja Wadeyar IV, Raja Wadeyar II, Ranadhira Kantirava Narasaraja Wadeyar, Dodda Devaraja Wadeyar, Chikka Devaraja Wadeyar, Kantirava Wadeyar, Dodda Krishnaraja Wadeyar, Chamaraja Wadeyar VI, Krishnaraja Wadeyar II, Nanjaraja Wadeyar, Bettada Chamaraja Wadeyar VIII, Khasa Chamaraja Wadeyar, Krishnaraja Wadeyar III, Chamarajendra Wadeyar X, Krishnaraja Wadeyar IV. He was called the Rajashri by Mahatma Gandhi himself. And Sri Jaya Chamaraja Wadeyar, the last king and the first governor of newly established Mysore state. Shrikanta Datta Narasimha Raja Wadeyar is planning to take his ancestors' ideals ahead. He is residing in a part of the palace with his simple, virtuous and beloved wife Pramoda Devi.
Mysore, a small encampment of 25 hamlets in the period of Yaduraya, though expanded later, did not go beyond Kaveri river basin. During the period of the 9th king of Mysore province, Raja Wadeyar, the capital was shifted from Mysore to Srirangapatna, which was under the rule of Vijayanagara representative Sri Rangaraya. Raja Wadeyar defeated Srirangaraya in a battle and acquired the throne. He continued the traditions of Vijayanagara and revived the famous Dasara festival, celebrating it for the first time in Srirangapatna with pomp and gaiety in 1610. He created Navaratri Dibba, a hillock in the town. 2 generations after the death of Raja Wadeyar, the powerful ruler to ascend the throne of Mysore was Ranadhira Kantirava Narasaraja Wadeyar. He was a courageous ruler. He began minting coins with his seals in Srirangapatna. The golden coins were known as Kantiraya Pagoda. In this period, the kingdom began to expand and developmental work took place. Chikka Devaraja Wadeyar emerged as the next ruler under whose leadership many modern administrative policies were taken up with the setting up of 18 departments, 18 Kacheri. It is evident to note that the Mysore province began to flourish in his regime. Kalale Nanjaraja and Devaraja Dalavai brothers. There was said to be a halablu in this regime for Maratha invasion, prodigality and unnecessary confrontations. At the same time, Hyder Ali from Doddaballapur joined the Mysore army as an ordinary soldier who took all the advantages and became the virtual ruler. Meanwhile, Mysore province faced a big financial crisis. It failed to pay salaries to the soldiers. Hyder Ali took initiative and gained an important position in the administration. Gradually, he acquired the throne. On the other hand, the princes of the province, Nanjaraja and Bettada Chamaraja Wadeyar, died mysteriously at a tender age. Queen Lakshmamani suggested adopting a child, but Hyder refused this suggestion and enthroned Khasa Chamaraja Wadeyar, son of Arikuthara Devaraja Ars of Chamarajanagara. But the province was literally at the hands of Haidar, who became the de facto ruler. Hence began Hyder Ali's several conquests to expand the dominions of his kingdoms, which included the wealthy conquest of Canara, the conquest of Calicut, and the quashing of the Hindus at the Malabar coast, avenging himself against the Marathas. Territories expanded from Kaveri River Basin to Godavari River Basin. He invaded in the areas of Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Kerala and Goa. Palegars, Mandalikas and a number of feudal chieftains surrendered themselves in front of the Mysore royal emblem. Hyder Ali breathed his last in the battlefield at Narasingaraya Pet near Chittoor. However, his son Tipu declared himself as a king of the province and continued his father's legacy. Tipu Sultan rejected conventional throne and used his own tiger-headed throne. He unrelentingly waged a war against the rivaling British. Unfortunately, defeated Tipu had to surrender half of his kingdom to the British Company and sent his two sons to them as the hostages of the Third Anglo-Mysore War. He died in the Fourth Anglo-Mysore warfield like an ordinary soldier. This is the bloodshed part in the history of Mysore. After Tipu Sultan's death, the capital of the kingdom was shifted back to Mysore and the administration was handed over to the Wadayars according to the treaty between the British rule and the Mysore Wadayars. 3-year-old Krishnaraja Wadayar III was installed on the throne. While Maharani Lakshmamanni had to look after the kingdom, Colonel Clow became the resident of Mysore. Purnaya was the Diwan during the reign of Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan. Clever Purnaya continued to be the Diwan of the province even in the reign of Wadayars. These are the milestones in the period.
The most celebrated ruler among the Mysore state was Krishnaraja Wadayar IV, popularly known as Nalvadi Krishnaraja Wadayar, who ascended the throne after the demise of Chamarajendra Wadayar. Under his rule, Krishnaraja Wadayar set about transforming Mysore into one of the most progressive and modern states of the time. Under him, Mysore blazed many attempts in industry, education, agriculture and art. During his reign, Mysore became the first Indian state to generate hydroelectric power in Asia. Bangalore and Kolar gold fields became first places to have electricity. Much to the pioneering work in educational infrastructure that was putting in place during this period was to serve Karnataka invaluably towards the end of the 20th century in consolidating its position as India's leading technology hub. For all these reasons, his reign is often described as the golden age of Mysore. Though he was invited by the government of Maharashtra, Mahatma Gandhi chose to stay in Mysore. Gandhi moved to remark that Nalvadi Krishnaraja Wadayar was a Rajarshi. During this reign, the Legislative Council was created. The City Improvement Trust Board was founded and this board is still working under the banner of Mysore Urban Development Authority. Mysore University came into existence in his regime and has gained one of the best educational institutions in the world. Mysore state saw all-round progress under Nalvadi Krishnaraja Wadayar's rule. Care Hospital and Chaluamba hospitals were started under his rule and are still giving a great service to the poor. Nalavadi Krishnaraja Wadayar died in 1940. After his death, his nephew Jayachamaraja Wadayar, son of Kantirava Narasimha Raja Wadayar, ascended the throne. In 1956, the Mysore state came into existence and Jayachamaraja Wadayar was nominated as the Raja Pramukh of the state and he became the first governor of the state. This is only a bird's eye view of the story of Mysore Wadayar dynasty, and there are many unheard melodies too.
Mysore received a lot of impetus towards its development not only by the Wadayars but also by the dedicated Diwans. They became the backbone of Wadayars. Diwans played a significant role in implementation of developmental plans. Among those Diwans who rendered efficient services to the state after British Commissioners' rule were C. Rangacharlu, K. Sheshadri Iyer, T.R.A. Tambu Chettiar, P.N. Krishnamurti, V.P. Madhavrao, T. Anandarao, Saram Vishweshwaraya, Sardar M. Kantaraja Ars, Albian Rajkumar Banerjee, Mirza Ismail, Arkat Ramaswamy Modalayar, and Madhavrao. Some of the developmental projects carried out successfully over the decades by the Diwans catapulted Mysore into the forefront of successful revolutionary, cultural and traditional states of imperial India. Except a short span of Hyder Ali and his son Tipu Sultan's 1721 to 1799 regime, Wadayars were unequivocal rulers of this province for around 600 years. Kingship has perished, but not its charm on Mysore. Hardinge Circle is popularly known as R Gate, six-ways junction among the Mysoreans. This circle was named after the memory of Viceroy and Governor-General of India, Lord Hardinge's visit to Mysore. Beautiful gardens have been created in the vicinity of this circle. A little further, we can see the glittering Chamarajendra Circle. Another feather to the cap of Mysore is the clock tower, town hall, which represents the cultural heritage of Mysore. Nalavadi Krishnaraja Wadayar statue at KR Circle, Lansdowne building, crowded Devaraja market with thousands of shops, Dufferin clock tower, business center on Devaraj Ars Road, Sayaji Rao Road, Ashoka Road and Shivram Pet, one of the oldest locations of Mysore, are nerve centers of Mysore city. The list of Mysore heritage buildings include Gun House, an armory of the then Maharajas, Municipal Corporation Building, Shriman Maharaja Sanskrit College, KR Hospital Building, Cheluwamba Hospital, the DC Office, Crawford Hall, the Lokayukta Office, Padmalaya, the then residence of Tataya. Dasara festival is celebrated on a grandiose scale in Mysore. This festival is novel and unique. It is the advent of a special season of pomp and pageantry. Mysore Wadayars revived the famous Vijayadashami festival of Vijayanagara Empire, and this tradition is still celebrated with pomp and pageantry. Navaratri festival is popularly known as Dasara. This is a 9-day festival and ends on the 10th day on Vijayadashami. The festival starts on the first day of Ashwayuja Masa, the 7th lunar month of Hindu calendar, and ends on the 10th day with grand procession. Thousands of visitors throng the city during this festival and witness the procession.
For the people of Mysore state, the Mysore Maharaja was like a demigod. Now, you can witness the glorious Dasara procession of the last Maharaja of Mysore, Sri Jayachamaraja Wadeyar. The panoramic view of the said Dasara is before you.
All through the festival, the city is lit by a million lights that dispel darkness. Colorful march past adds to the pageantry. Every evening during the Dasara, the Maharaja of Mysore holds court in the palace. Gorgeously costumed, he sits on a golden throne, and thousands throng to witness the ceremonial grandeur of the Darbar. The 9th day is of special significance, Ayudha Puja, a day on which every manifestation of power is worshipped in all homes. So it is in the palace, where the Maharaja worships the horse, the royal elephant, regal coaches, other vehicles and arms. The culmination of the 10-day festival is Vijayadashami, which signifies the victory of good over evil. And the grand finale is in the evening, the spectacular procession, Jambu Savari. At an auspicious hour, while the guns boom and the bands play, the procession starts. Magnificently attired, the Maharaja sits in a golden howdah atop the richly caparisoned elephant. Buntings flutter in the wind. The royal flags and emblems sparkle in the sun as the elephant majestically wends its way. Mounted guards in colorful costumes on prancing horses. Exquisite coaches of silver and gold. The staff of the palace in their period costumes form a mile-long procession unmatched for its color and splendor. It is like a golden era of history come to life. Mysore glitters as if the heavens showered a million stars on the city. A fairyland of fountains and garlands of lights. A dream come true.
Dasara exhibition is another attraction which was started in the 19th century. It is an exhibition cum sale of native products. It gave a great impetus to the local industries. This tradition has been continued till today. Mysore Dasara is a royal festival in its true sense. It symbolizes the victory of good over evil. It is led by highly decorated elephants that carry the idol of goddess Chamundeshwari, well seated on a golden throne placed on an elephant seat. Hundreds of decorated horses, folk dancers, courtiers, nobles, soldiers and colorful visitors follow the procession, and it ends at Banni Mantap. Majestic processions, a torchlight parade, dance and musical events decorate the city. Yet another vital place is Madhuvana, the last resting place of Mysore Maharajas. There are hundreds of tombs, those representing Krishnaraja Wadeyar III, Krishnaraja Wadeyar IV, Jayachamaraja Wadeyar and their descendants. The beauty of Mysore is inexplicable. It is a confluence of varied colors and shades of history seamlessly woven into its present and the future.